I cannot start this interview without asking about the doll because I think everyone who's watching this will want to know what's the story there.
これはですね、ソードアートオンラインの
So, on my right hand, this is Yui. Of course, people from the Sword Art Online, well known, she's kind of just like a daughter of the Kirito. And now, this Yui is not in digital, but now realized in the real world. Hi, my name is Yui. Nice to meet you.
中田さんどうぞ。
It's always a little bit complicated to talk about Sword Art Online because it's this anime based on MMO turned into a game. It's sort of like a full circle. Why do you feel that what can it add to turn this into a video game as when it sort of is one from the beginning?
そうですね。
So, of course, there is multiple games in that world. There's which game is based on the game and bring into video game. So that sounds kind of complicated, but I think most of those games are accepted by lots of the video game users. So I think this Sword Art Online, it's also one of that kind of type of game. And then we consider how the video game users thinks, how they play, and try to integrate those kind of fun elements into the game. So, but of course, if we just bring out, animation, same, situation or element, bring into the video game, it's not that fun. So we're, adding some of the portion of the elements, which only available in the video game. That's what people that play the game, that, how they can actually can enjoy with playing that game. So it's kind of a little bit complicated, but of course, I think this game also can be, accepted by the lots of fans. Another unique point on the Sword Art Online video game is, actually Sword Art Online, the story itself based on the VR MMORPG, and we are trying to, try to visualize, try to make to bring the element as much as possible into this video game, and so when the players playing by him just only one sole play the game, single play the game, but still he can or she can feel that they are just like, jump into the MMORPG game world. So we are trying to bring that kind of, element feature into the game. So I think they can feel some, excitement, just which relate to the real MMORPG as well as, they are in the join one of the member in the Sword Art Online.
One interesting factor is that when you're playing, it's 4 players and 4 AI players. Can you tell us the reasoning that went into adding those 4 AI players and what you think they bring to the experience?
AI プレイヤー、
So, of course, this game, whole realization, it's one of the theme is about AI. And AI is one of the key feature in this game. And when you are playing the game with other AI characters, those AI characters, will gonna be follow you and find out how you play the game, how you behave in the game. They learn a lot. They behave just like how you did in the game. So which means if you bring other different 3 players and bring the multi online play, you can find their AI characters also join into the battles, and they you can find out how those other AI characters from the being brought by the other players gonna be behave, how they act, make action on the battles during the one battles. So that's based on so then you can find differential between what your AI character and what other players' AI characters are. So that's maybe okay. So people find out because that AI characters grow up like that, behave like that, because that player will make this kind of action, this kind of like a game experience has been grow up character like that. So maybe that kind of the differential of the AI character find out in the game. It's one of the unique part, and I think this is going to be a really fun part with playing this game.
In terms of the fiction, have you looked at what kind of sort of gaming communities have you looked at for inspiration? Because this is an original work, of course, it's not based on an anime. Have you looked towards any game communities or any existing communities?
日本
So when I during the making concept of this game, and also while developing this game, I was looking for a lot of the game community, and especially one is one if I say one of the game is called Final Fantasy 14. I looked up their communities because the game is based on the MMORPG, of course. And I just researched, how the fans are exciting about what kind of portion, what kind of elements in the game, and what kind of things they are mostly, aggressively to become the bad, when they go into battle. What kind of elements are makes them excited? What kind of things are they really enjoy it? And then after researching those kind of, the fans' voices, I tried to, bring up that kind of element into this game because so that when they play this game by themselves, but they can feel like they are really playing the MMORPG like of the atmosphere can be created in the game. And of course, I looked up the other MMORPG community too, and then while I'm still keep researching that kind of the elements, how the fans are exciting about how they enjoy in the game.
I find it interesting that you can choose to play either as Kirito or create your own character. And so you're either playing a guy who's playing a game or you're playing a game yourself. It's almost like that. Is that some? Would you agree with that? Is that how it is?
狙ってます。狙ってますし、
So of course, we are creating the game is based on the Sword Art Online, and then of course Kirito becomes the main character of the game. So maybe some of the fans would like to control him, just like feel they are playing as a Kirito, become a Kirito, and going through the stories, just like what they see in an anime or novel. But on the other hand, of course, people who like this type of game, especially for people who like the MMORPG type of game, they will like to have desire to bring themselves into the game and become part of the main character and progress the story. So I think I like exactly you said. I am aiming to have the players to enjoy both sides. So if they want to play the Kirito, that's fine. And if they wanted to put, make their own avatar character and having them to play through the game, that's also fine. So that's why we made some arrangement in the gameplay so that in the character, NPC in the town or a character in the town, they are calling your name, actually, and then it wasn't the Kirito. So it's gonna give more immersion for all the players that they are part of the actual game and they become a main character. They can feel they are a main character. So those two options I like to bring out in this game so the player can enjoy in either ways.
What would you say the challenge is to make a game that comes out on both PS Vita and PS4? Obviously, the hardware is very different. What would you say the challenge is?
Because we are trying to release this game on both PS4 and PS Vita, and actually, the most challenge is to make the game to having to visualize as close as the PS4. So PS Vita is the most difficult challenge for us right now. And of course, the game is actually we are creating based on the PS4. So we are trying to convert into the PS Vita. But of course, as graphic-wise, especially for graphic-wise, it's really difficult and challenging for us. But because Sword Art Online, the video game, has been released in the beta a lot of times, so we like to give it as much as credit for the those PS Vita users to play and having the as close as experience as the PS4 users in this game too. So we are trying hard as much as possible. And then of course if it's possible, we like to ask users to play in the PS4. But if it's not, we tried at our best to have as much close experience possible as in the PS Vita too.
Now this game is coming out this fall, but I would like to, if I could ask you to look into the future a little bit. If we say maybe 10 years future where this game is set, do you think we could see a virtual reality MMO set in Sword Art Online?
Of course.
And of course, yes. So VR MMORPG, this is one of the huge theme for Sword Art Online team. And we had to always keep this term in our mind to make sure we had to realize this VR MMORPG at Sword Art Online to make it real in the future. Of course, it's gonna takes a little bit more time, a little bit more years. But please, expect it in our works, and please look for future. and this actual VR MMORPG to be coming in the world.
And you never know who's AI and who's real.
それが僕らもやりたい
So
こと
of course, you know, maybe a differential of the AI and the real is maybe it dissolved. It's going to be fused in the future. Maybe that's maybe one of that, you know, we like to aim that in this to realize this VR MMORPG in the future.
Thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
you. Thank you.